Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Esports Talk. I hope you're all having a great week so far, and I apologize for my absence. I've been busy with some other stuff on the side, but I'm here today back with you guys, bringing you some news from the Rainbow Six side of things. This time it's actually Intero coming out with some advice for pro players everywhere. Not just pro players, but I would say people that just have a social media presence to some degree. And he actually calls some people out from the scene. Doesn't actually name anyone in particular, but he does kind of allude to who he could be talking about. But he's actually saying that some of them need to learn how to use Twitter.
In 3 instances in Rainbow Six where instead of getting a tier 3 org, that team had interest from tier 1 orgs, but they were worried because some dumbasses don't know how to use Twitter. And the team that they did pick up ended up getting over double the salary. Your conduct on Twitter is costing you money. I'm not going to name them. But I can tell you that there are 3 orgs right now off the top of my head that said, well, what about this team? Or I said to them, what about this team? And then they looked at it and they're like, to be honest, like their conduct on social media, their streams, etc., doesn't align with our brand values. We're not interested in that. They don't seem like they'd be at home representing our organization. So they go off and pick up a team for $5,000 a month, $6,000 a month. And then that team that just got passed over with all the promise, but somebody who doesn't know how to use Twitter is now making $2,000 a month.
Something that Jake talked about recently on Twitter is when you do something stupid as a 13-year-old in the scene that follows you for the rest of your life. And in a way, it's kind of a similar thing here, where because of the things you might say on social media, you're now possibly throwing out offers from bigger orgs, likely some bigger money, and, it doesn't make you look good and makes you look a lot less attractive to pick up. So it's definitely important to watch what you say. And I will say, I'm a little curious as to what particular players or what particular teams that Intero is actually referring to. I've seen some people speculate that it could be the Sonics, but if you guys have any speculation yourself, I know that not everyone on this channel is into Rainbow Six, and we have kind of a smaller viewer base, so if there are any of you guys out there that are watching this, and you guys have any speculation, please let me know down below. But back to the main topic, this is something that definitely extends a lot further out of Rainbow Six. We've seen pros from other games who've been fined or potentially actually even fired for things that they said over social media, no matter how big or how small, and sometimes irregardless of who you are in the scene and your impact on the scene. But if we look over at the Call of Duty scene, we've got several other examples of how misusing social media can lead to obviously bigger problems or even just you without a job. And I would say a big example in this scenario would be Parasite, who was actually removed from his team actually after Twitter DMing one of his teammates' girlfriends and trying to get at her. And they did claim that he already raged too much at the game and whatnot, so I'm sure there were several different factors that played into him being removed off the team. However, this is obviously something you don't do, and doing something like this over social media through DMs, while it may not be public, it is still very obviously wrong, and definitely played a huge factor in him being removed from the team. It makes you a lot less attractive to be picked up by other orgs, but in this scenario, your teammates might even be scared to play with you. Then there's also Scump when he was fined for calling Modern Warfare the worst Call of Duty of all time, which he actually had to avoid saying again for fear of being fined again. There was also Octane, who blew up on the COD League after Slacked lost the internet during an important match of his, and then they wouldn't let them replay that match. But as I'm sure a lot of us know, Activision does not really let you get away with saying bad things about their game or about Activision, whereas on the Rainbow Six side of things, Ubisoft doesn't always fine. But at the very least, it doesn't look good. There was also the Overwatch Pro Silk thread a while ago being fined, or the Overwatch League attempted to fine him $1,000 for a post on Twitter saying, "Anyone else love Pepe the Frog?" Which you all might know that the Overwatch League was not a fan of that meme, and he did end up getting that fine appealed, but it just goes to show that even the dumbest things you say on social media can get you in some pretty big trouble. But obviously, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and watch what you say online to other people, because, especially for those who are trying to get into esports or trying to get on some teams, things like that, just watch what you say to others, because it can very much bite you in the butt. So I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.